It's the whole view now with Tiger Will. How are you, Will?
Yeah, I'm not too bad actually. The Huddersfield game was a bit interesting, I think, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean you battered them in terms of shots, possession, and did you feel at 90 minutes this isn't going to be our day?
Well, to be fair, I think most of the fans were just like starting to leave probably at 80 minutes, even though we're like kind of thinking, oh yeah, we're just gonna scream out a draw again. And then I can guarantee we just sat there waiting for that goal to go in, and then you're seeing everyone going over the bridge. Or you know they're going over the bridge, you're in the high, and then you scream when that goal goes in. You're like, oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, well, you missed an open goal, hit the woodwork twice, a Stonewall penalty as well. Do you think?
Uh, Probably, yeah, but them decisions keep going against us all the time. So it's like, are we going to get a lucky break somewhere? Maybe, but again, we can't really criticize the referees too much because we're getting the hand me downs for the Premier League all the time. So
Yeah, you're playing the Swansea team who obviously have had the bad luck of refereeing decisions
yeah,
recently as well. So I don't know who the ref is for this game. Hopefully, it's not an ex Premier League one. Just talk us through then about what changed that game. Was it that Viagre came on and would you say I think his pace and doubtness did he change that game?
well, the game itself just needed something. So his pace did help. I think it's just a clinicalness in front of goal again. You look back to Leeds game, open goal by Traore there, should have scored that one. And then we've had a few times we should have had some better goals from them. But it's just a clinicalness in front of goal needs to be addressed a lot quicker. And then maybe on the odd few games we have been very, very naive in the back, then letting the goal in. So I think we just need to shore up the midfield really heavily in the transfer window realistically. And I really wish Twine would hurry up and come into the form that we know he has, but he's just not performing.
Yeah, I mean we'll talk about Twine in a minute, but haven't you got a striker on the bench sitting there doing nothing in Connelly?
Yeah, I think it's like he's had the an illness since like the beginning of the season, a slight niggle, and then he had the a family issue that he went back home for, which Liam let him go back for, which is fine. He came back, played a couple of games, and did really well. But I'm kind of thinking, do we need to play a like two strikers up front now because everyone knows we're going out to Philogene, let him run down the pitch, and that's the only way going. So do we now change it?
You mentioned Twine there, who's been featured in the local press this week. He's commented himself that he's determined to improve performances, and he's confident that.
Yeah, I was going through a little bit of that. He's at least he's come out and said it himself. He has to improve. That's the main thing. At least he's owning it. Hopefully.
Have you seen glimpses of his talent at all, or is it just been non-existent?
There have been glimpses, yeah. His free kicks should be going in, but they're missing by a few inches on the post. Fair enough, and some of them going skyward and completely missing. But then you look at his pace we know he has. He will show it, but then I don't know if he's like not trusting the players in front of him, if he's not trusting himself. His forming he's a bit more, a good game under him. I don't know what it is. It's just confident in the player. Just needs to go forward and actually show us what he had at Burnley and at MK Dons.
Yeah, yeah. When your playmaker's not playing well, it can rock the side as well. What's your
Yeah,
view then on your trip to Swansea then this weekend? Is it a ground you've never won at in the Championship? You had a couple of victories in the Premier
yeah.
League.
Well,
How do you view Swansea?
as long as we don't do what we did last year when I went and we lost 3-0, and that was my little brother's birthday present. So yeah, that was fun. But we had a good night in Swansea on the night before, so it wasn't too bad. All good.
All right, let's
Yeah.
bring in our Swans fan and let's get some predictions. All right, then, fellas, this is without doubt the hardest game to predict this weekend. This could be 1-1, 0-0, 5-2, 3-4.
Yeah.
I don't know what Swansea or whole team's going to turn up. Take it away. What's it going to be, Rich? Any ideas?
I have no idea, but yeah, it always goes down the Swansea.com. So we're going to say 2-1 to the Swans this week.
Yeah,
Come back to winning ways.
excellent. Hull, what are we saying, Will?
Well, to be fair, I agree. There's goals down there, and I think if we come in with a good team at least, which I'm open for, then I'll say 2-1 to us.
Nice one. Well, like I say, it's not going to be 0-0, is it? This one. Let's
No, God, no.
let's be fair. All right, enjoy it, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you up next week. Nice one.
All right, see you in a bit.
Cheers, all the best.